I am coming to you from my son's bedroom, hence the Spider-Man and basketball hoops and things around here. I hope everybody's doing well, and that the civics assignments that we've been giving to you have been doable. We're working really hard to make sure that everyone is successful. All you have to do is put in a little time and effort, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to complete this work. And if you are having trouble, reach out to one of us so that we can help you. Something that we want to try to implement a little bit more is using Edpuzzle, which is a program where as you watch the video, it will stop periodically and ask a question based on what you just saw in the video. This way, you don't watch a 30-minute video, have to remember everything, and then go fill out a bunch of answers and not remember what you just heard. Does that make sense? Let's start with the basics. How do you get into Edpuzzle? If you've never used Edpuzzle before, please pay attention. If you have used Edpuzzle before, still pay attention, just in case something's different. So what I've done here, you're seeing a pretend classroom page that I've created so I can walk you through these steps. You are going to see an announcement saying that I have posted a new assignment via Edpuzzle. Okay, you're going to click on that, and then you're going to come to this Edpuzzle link. Click on that. Oops, we'll get rid of this. Go away. Click on that as well. This is now going to take us directly to Edpuzzle, where your classrooms and your names have already been imported. Give it time. This is good. So you see, this is normal. I know patience is not one of our strong suits sometimes. Okay. It's Edpuzzle time. Class just got a lot more interesting. Well, a little more interesting anyway, maybe. You are going to click Sign In with Google. You're going to choose your ledgered email address. You are going to be patient. That's what I tell my son. Patience, young Jedi. He doesn't think I'm funny, but I like Star Wars. So here we are waiting. So here I am. Here's the assignment that I need to do. So I am going to... Okay, so what's going to happen is occasionally the video will just stop and you will be asked a question. Why is it important that judges hold their office for life? And you're going to type in your answer here, okay? If you were not really paying attention because, you know, the dog was eating your kid's toy, that hasn't happened in my house at all. Just kidding. You can click the rewatch button right here. So now coming down below the video, see the little white dot? If you move that backwards, you can go backwards in the video to rewatch. Each of these are different questions that have been placed throughout the video, and they're placed in such a way that you should have just heard the answer in the video. Does that make sense? This is about a 35-minute video. It might take you 45 minutes to an hour to complete, but the answer should be right there for you. Again, placed exactly where you need them to, so you can just rewind a little bit and rewatch if you're not ready with the answer to type it in right away. So I also want you to see what Ms. Smith and I see from our side of Edpuzzle, the teacher side. We can see all of the students. So in this class, remember, I only had one student. That was this LHS library. I can see how much of the video that student has watched. When I click on the student's name, I can see their answers, your answers. So even though you haven't completed the video yet, I would have seen all of your answers up until the point that you complete your video. So they are getting saved as you work on it. So if you get interrupted, that's okay. All right, so you're watching this prior to using Edpuzzle. If Edpuzzle isn't working quite right for you for whatever reason. Maybe it's slow because there's 5 million people using it because everybody is doing this virtual learning. Maybe your Wi-Fi is slow, whatever the reason. There is going to be another option. So on your plan for today, you've seen this part where it says, watch this video message. That's me right now, the video message. Then you're going to choose whether to use Edpuzzle or to use to just watch the video. So the link for the video is here. You'll move it up a little bit so you can see. Or this is your link to the video. And then you can complete the Google form right here. You also have to tell us which option you chose. Did you just choose option 1 or choose option 2? And you can just put an X on the line as to which one you did so that we know where to find your answers, so we can give you credit. The Google form, I'll just run through that with you quickly. The questions on your Google form are the same that are in Edpuzzle. So it's not different, it's just a different format. So the questions are, why is it important that judges hold their office for life? What was one of John Marshall's accomplishments? What is judicial independence and why is this an important part of the Constitution? What did the Supreme Court decide about the land in Georgia? If the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Cherokee Nation, why did the Trail of Tears happen? Why did the Arkansas governor choose not to follow the Supreme Court ruling to integrate schools? Why did Arkansas governor choose not? Oh, wait a minute, that's twice. Let's get rid of that. You only have to answer that one once. Were there differences in President Jackson's response to the Supreme Court decisions from the Cherokee Nation versus Georgia? Right? Remember how Jackson was. If you've watched the video, pay attention to how Jackson responds to the Supreme Court. And President Eisenhower's response to the Supreme Court decisions from Brown versus the Board of Education. So what was the difference between President Jackson and President Eisenhower and how they responded to the Supreme Court decisions? And finally, oh my gosh, this part of the video gave me goosebumps. Ernest Green's graduation was described as a graduation for the entire nation. What did the people come to understand about the Supreme Court's powers? Okay, so you have two options, just to sum up here. First, please try to get into Edpuzzle so that if there's any bugaboos, any issues, you can let me know and I can help you with that. So you're going to do that first. Then you're going to either use Edpuzzle or just watch the video and complete the form about responding to the video, those questions we went over. Tell us which one you chose and then resubmit this document. Got it? We're trying to make sure that every single one of you is successful. So we're doing as much as we possibly can to help you. Let us know if you have trouble with anything. Now go wash your hands. Bye.